I'm heading to the House of Mystery Vortex. I guess that's what it's called, a vortex or whatever. To at least be able to see what the tour is. I'm gonna find out if I can do at least a 1 hour nighttime investigation one time. But if not, at least we can, I can quote what the actual tour is like. That'd be cool. There's actually a lot of people here today. I've only been here one other time in my life. I highly doubt much has changed since then, but who knows, maybe they've added stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
Alright. Come on out, guys. Perfect. What a great looking bunch of people we got here. Where are you guys from?
Missoula.
Missoula. Alright. How about you guys?
Texas.
Texas.
Whitefish, Texas.
Whitefish, Texas. Okay. How about you guys? Where are you from?
London, Virginia.
Virginia. Alright. Alright, guys. Are you guys ready to go on our tour?
Yeah.
Oh, Morgan. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Alright. Cool. Perfect. Thank you. Alright, guys. My name's Melissa. I'm going to be your guys' tour guide today. The way we're going to start off this tour is we're going to make our way down this trail about 50, 60 feet. And then once you guys get there, I'm going to have you guys move over just a little bit so everyone can hear what's going to happen there. There's a box. You're going to see a red button on the box. I'm going to need a brave soul to push that red button. I knew it was going to be you. I saw you and I just knew it, all right? So once you guys get down there, you're going to hear the introduction to the vortex. Then you're going to make your way down the trail and then back up. And I'm going to meet you guys at the House of Mystery, okay? Fearless leader right here. Lead on. All right, see you at the House of Mystery.
Right.
All right, guys. See you today.
Thank you.
We're gonna kind of spread out here. Right over here, and then when everybody stops, you can press the button, okay? I'll push it if he doesn't want to.
Hello, and welcome to the Montana Vortex. The vortex was discovered in 1970 and is one of several known vortex fields in the United States. A vortex is a swirl of energy, like water going down a drain, or a tornado. These vortexes are naturally occurring phenomenon that is electromagnetic in nature. The spot on which you now stand is near the outer perimeter of the largest of three vortexes on the property. This vortex has a diameter of 216 feet, and later, when you walk on our labyrinth, you will be in the center of this large dynamic energy field. Even this far from the center of the vortex, some people can feel its effects. However, most people don't sense the energy until closer to the axis. As you walk on our nature trail, which will lead you to the House of Mystery and other mysterious exhibits, please pay close attention to the many twisted trees. The unseen forces of the vortex pull and push the trees in many odd directions without any regard to the prevailing wind. The tree just to the right of the stairs is a good example. This tree started life by growing along the ground before finally shooting upward. Fruit trees seem to be affected by the energy of the vortex more than other trees, such as tamaracks. Like trees, some people are more sensitive to the energy of the vortex than others. Long before this area was called a vortex, it was held in deep respect by the Native Americans. They too felt the energy and saw the many twisted trees. The spot to the right, where the trail turns near the bottom of the steps, has been set aside to commemorate the assertion that their ancestors still watch over the forest. We ask that you adopt a quiet manner when passing through there. Enjoy your walk, and we'll meet you at the next station.
Fuck, that tree really curves.
I need it to be by me.
That is odd. I wonder how many more faces is out there. Oh, another one. Sorry, yeah, you guys are fine.
There's trees. Look how there's trees in the corner.
This is the actual House of Mystery.
No big good encounters. Anybody screaming? Could be a good or a bad thing depending on who you are and where you come from.
I want one.
Come on up, guys. We're gonna create a nice little semicircle around here.
Shit, man, that was my dad.
Come on.
Looks like it's a hill.
Okay, guys.
It feels like a hill.
Well, my name is still Melissa, and I'm still your guys' tour guide. That hasn't changed since the last time I saw you. Oh, we got these little hooligans making their way up the trail here. We won't forget about them. Come on up, you guys. Hopefully you saw some really cool things along the way. Had a little nice nature breather there. Alright, guys. So, we're going to do our very first demonstration right here on this concrete platform behind me. I've got a level in my hand. You all know how a level works. I'm going to go ahead and stick this down here. And you're going to see that the bubble lands right in the center. Okay, it doesn't really matter where I put it on here. It's going to show that it's level. I can scoot it over this way. It's still going to show that it's level. I can scoot it over this way. And you'll see that that bubble still lands in the middle. I actually had a girl in one of my earlier tours today, and she said, well, I have a level on my phone. Can I check it out? She did it. Works on your phones too, guys. There's nothing crazy going on over here. Well, there is something crazy going on, but that's not it, all right? So I'm going to need two very brave volunteers to help me out with this first thing. All right, you and Mom. All right, so you've got the camera. Your spot's right there where you see those yellow footprints right on the ground.
Now you gotta record.
Okay, you don't have to record, you just have to snap a picture, all right? So this is the picture snapping spot because it's equidistant to both sides of the platform. That's very important, okay? So you guys are gonna check each other out. You're traveling around together. I'm assuming you guys know each other pretty dang well, right? All right, so does she look different to you? She looks shorter. We actually shrunk her down about 4 inches, all right? So did you snap a picture of this? All right, that works too. All right, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you guys to just go ahead and switch spots for me. This is our shrink and grow platform, you guys. I think you're about to see why. Now, she's definitely shorter over here on this side. You're looking a little taller over here on this side. I'm not you guys. You notice it, right? Yeah. All right, so let's give these ladies a nice round of applause. You guys know it.
Yeah.
So I could see from where I was standing, they saw from eye to eye, guys. You guys saw from all different angles over here. There's something going on here. This is not an optical illusion. A lot of people think that it is. You can trick the eyes, you can trick the brain, but you cannot trick the camera. So if you snap a picture over here, you're going to notice that she is going to be one size over here. If you throw this up on a computer screen and grab a ruler and just measure, she's going to be one size over here. Totally different size when you do this on your computer screen. So you guys can see it there as well. Pretty crazy. All right, guys, let's shrink and grow a few more of you guys. All right, come on over, guys. Perfect. All right, I got a spot for you right over here, buddy. I got a spot right over here for you, buddy. Here we go. All right, let's snap a picture. Don't pick your nose, all right, because we don't want to see that on the camera there. All right, it's very important to not pick noses while we're taking pictures. All right, so I'm assuming you guys are brothers that never ever fight. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you for your openness. All right, so check your brother out over here. Does he look a little shorter to you than normal? Now, does he look a little taller than normal to you? Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Did we get a good picture? All right, boys, switch spots. Switcheroo. This is the switcheroo where we see he got a lot shorter. You got a lot taller over here in this spot. Now you guys can see what's going on. It doesn't matter how tall you are, all right? You can still see the difference here. You guys go ahead and hop off for me. All right, how about a couple of you guys right back here? All right, you do. Just one of you guys. Okay, let's go. Here, somebody come up and take a picture.
I got it.
I know, right? That's a hazard over
Hey,
here.
I should have asked you guys. I can cut it out if it's not okay, but that video that I'm recording is gonna go on YouTube. You guys don't care. All right, cool. I'm just making sure. Yeah, no problem.
All right, so we see there's a huge difference between these guys. So this is when, if you're over here doing this after the tour, you guys can come back and check the space out. So this is what I want you to do. I want you just to level out your eyes and find a point of reference that's eye level for you. So you're probably looking somewhere on his shirt, maybe the top of this little box on his shirt, I'm not really sure. All right, so keep that point of reference in mind. Now go ahead and switch. And you're gonna notice your point of reference drastically changes. All right, so it's somewhere around here where before it was over here, guys. So you see she really shrunk down over here in this spot. You got really nice and tall over here in this spot. You're welcome. All right, you guys go ahead and hop off. All right, perfect. Can I borrow your guys' mom for a second?
Like you need a
My
Come
point
on
of
over.
reference
He's just volunteering over here. Come on over. Darling, I got a spot for you over here. You're going to be on the short side and I'm on the tall side. What's your name, hon? Heather. I'm about 5'9", 5'10", depending on what my hair is doing that day. How tall are you? Okay, so I'm about 4 inches taller than her on any given day, and I'm looking well above your head here. Your point of reference is probably somewhere around my chin area. All right, so let's just go ahead and do spot. All right, Heather, here it is. All right, we're practically looking eye to eye here. All right, so this is where we really see this difference. While we don't really know why this happened, now there's about a 4-inch average shrink that happens over here. Some people shrink up to 7 inches, depends on how tall you are. All right, so the reason why we believe this happens, we don't really know why it does, but we think it happens because there is a vortex that starts in the center of the house, and it comes and it goes all the way around the house at 54 feet in diameter, and one of those lines or curtains of energy, if you will, comes right through this concrete platform spot. All right, it's about 3 feet wide and 8 feet tall. So watch what happens. You guys are on this side of the line with me. Heather's in her own little world on that side of the line. All right, so watch what happens when I take a step out of our world into her world. Okay, Heather, you're just going to stand there and I'm just going to take a big step towards you. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, I don't know if you guys saw that. There was a pretty big difference that happened here. One more time, all right? So we're pretty much looking eye to eye here. All right, maybe I'm just a little bit taller than you here, but let's see this one more time. 1, 2, 3. And you see, it's almost like I'm stepping up here, which is crazy. So Heather, do me a favor. Let's go ahead and face the crowd here. So give me a little eye over here. So you're looking right around here, okay? So this is what I'm gonna ask you to do, Heather. You can walk around either side, front or back, and go ahead and just come to the other side of the platform for me.
That is insanity.
And you notice she's looking a lot shorter over here in this side when she was over here on this side. Right?
There's no like incline.
There is no incline. This is totally level, all right? So come stand over here. Let's get you back to your normal height over here on this side. All right, do me a favor. Level out your eyes. Find a point of reference that's eye level in these bushes. And somewhere like one of these leaves or something like that, all right? So we're going to watch Heather. Heather, we're going to have you just really keep your point of reference, but really slowly walk all the way across the platform here. And you're going to notice that her point of reference changed. It's up higher. She got shorter as she walked across this platform. All right, let's get you back over here on this side. You got your marble, Heather? Got it. All right, so just in case my level wasn't on the level, I'm going to have Heather place this marble anywhere she wants on this concrete platform. Go for it.
Go.
You guys, physics will tell us, right, that if we're seeing this 5-inch slant happening here, that this marble would be rolling.
She put it right in the middle. Now it's over there.
Right?
Now it's over there.
This is a totally level platform, you guys. It's pretty crazy. Let's give Heather a nice round of applause. So you guys are probably wondering what's going on here. You're not alone. People have been wondering that for 51 years. That's how long the attraction has been here. Well, the answer is we quite simply don't know. But we do think it has to do with quantum physics. There are a lot of theories out there, and Einstein had a theory. In his theory of relativity, he says as objects approach the speed of light, they shrink down and get smaller. Well, we also have this understanding that we're not actually physically solid beings. As solid as we feel, our atoms don't even cut. So when we step in and out of these vortexes that are moving at the speed of light, is it maybe causing us to shrink down? Still a mystery to us, you guys. That's what we're here to do. We're here to find that out, all right? So we're gonna get ready to go inside the house. Before we go inside the house, there are some rules, okay? You gotta listen to these rules if you wanna go in the house. So no running and no swinging on the weight and no giving the weight a great big swing so it doesn't accidentally smack someone who's not looking, okay? So when you guys go in the house, you guys are gonna feel this push, this force try to push you down the side of this hill. When you walk in, grab the handrail to the right. You guys are gonna follow the footprints all the way to the back of the house to the other side. And as soon as I get all you guys in the house, I'm gonna give you some demonstrations in the house. I'm gonna set you free to play around for 4 or 5 minutes before we continue, okay? So I would definitely just hold on to him, hold his hand at least when you go in there. Little toddlers tend to kind of lose their balance in there, all right, guys? All right, yep, you hold her hand too. Follow me in this way, guys.
All right, we gotta hold her toddler's hand.
Everybody this way.
Come on, Masha. I know you have a hard time on your feet.
No, what's really insane about this house is the fact, yes, it's definitely on a slant, but when you go in, it feels more exaggerated than what it really looks. Like, the slant is pretty insane.
About hip width apart, and you can get your balance underneath you. It's kind of relaxing just to lean back in the field here. And once you guys get nice and relaxed, you can do all those cool matrix moves that you always wanted to try. All right, guys. A lot of people want to know what would it be like to be standing on a level board in here. So watch what happens. I'm going to come stand over here, and you'll see I'm standing on a level board, but it doesn't look very level, does it? It looks like I'm a couple bobbles forward. Well, what happens if I try to find that 90-degree angle? If I go up on my heels and try to find it, eventually I'll lose my balance and go out that window. You guys can feel it as soon as you stand up on your heels here. Pretty crazy stuff. All right, so way back in the day in 1970, this property was bought by a lady named Marge Hopper. And her and her friends and her husband would come hang out all over this property, but specifically on this hillside, they felt very strange, very dizzy. Some of her friends even got sick, so they couldn't hang out around here very often. So much like you guys, as you guys kind of walked in, you probably had some of those same feelings. So what they decided to do is they decided to build a crooked house here and use it as a roadside attraction. This house is built at an 18-degree tilt, and on purpose for the illusion of just having a really great time. And it's been hidden as a roadside attraction until 2004. Joe Hauser bought the property. Him and his wife Tammy own the property now, and he has a background in physics and biology and wanted to study some of the anomalies that were happening here, so brought out some scientists and some science himself, found all these really cool things on this property, including 3 naturally occurring vortexes. All right, so we're gonna get ready to do some demonstrations in the house here. All right, and before we get started, I'm gonna see if I can borrow a volunteer over here. All right, can I borrow you right back here? Yeah. You look like you're fine. All right, you're gonna very, very carefully. You're gonna make your way down to this chair and go ahead. Yep, have a seat. Vacationing is really hard. With this group of hooligans you're running around with. All right. So there's a spot for your feet there. You can check it out. All right, so the only rule to this chair is that you got to keep your feet right in that spot. You got to keep your hands in your lap. Now you can go ahead and just try to stand up. This is our timeout chair, guys. This is where we put naughty adults when they're naughty.
That is amazing.
All right, so yeah, you can. No, I've been naughty before. I've been stuck in the chair before, so I'm going to teach you how to get out of here. Okay? So go ahead and put your hands on the back of the chair. And scoot your bottom all the way to the front of the seat, and then grab onto your knees.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yep, and then you're off to the races.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Okay. That's okay. It takes a couple tries. Let's give them a nice round. Thank you for hanging out in the timeout. You guys are not stuck in the timeout chair. There's other cool places to go. So this place right here, you can go up on the climb up here. You'll notice I'm not going to go to the second round. I'm not very brave, but if you are, it's a much higher intense feeling when you're out here. You can kind of hang out in the outer space up here. The higher up you get, the more you can feel the energy in this room. It's pretty crazy. Another really cool place to hang out, guys, is on this ladder. If you climb up on my side of the ladder, you're going to feel like you weigh 1,000 pounds. All right? If you climb up on your side of the ladder, you're going to feel light as a feather. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. It is so crazy. But if you climb up on my side, the higher up you get, it does get easier. You can actually hang out. You can grab one of the top rungs, grab one of the middle rungs, and you see these guys, they're kind of hanging out. You can let your legs fly out into outer space here and get some really cool pictures. All right, you guys might have noticed this little circle happening here almost in the center of the house. Well, this is where we have measured the center of the vortex to be, and it's about 4 feet in diameter. So here's something really cool that you can experience for yourself when you get a chance. You can stand in the center of this vortex, all right? And you can take a nice deep breath and close your eyes, kind of relax back into the field here, and you can physically feel the vortex maybe clockwise. It only goes one way. So see if you guys can come in here and feel that for yourselves, all right? So here's another cool thing that's not supposed to happen in this house, but it does. So you'll see I'm standing, I got my little feet on these footprints here. There's this dotted line in front of me. So I'm going to level out my eyes, okay? I'm going to find an eye level dot on here from where I'm standing. And you'll see up on the left side of the north sign is that little red dot, and that's where my eyes kind of level out here. Watch what happens. I'm going to walk all the way down here, and you're going to notice my point of reference didn't change. This is still eye level for me. I just walked down 20 inches and my point of reference didn't change. That's not right, guys. There's something crazy going on here. Let's talk about this weight real quick, okay? This weight is really cool. It looks really cool, but the only reason it looks really cool is because the house is crooked, guys. This is actually hanging straight up and down. It's plumb. You can actually, from where you're standing even, you can compare it to the trees outside. You can see it's actually hanging plumb. But here's a really cool thing about this. You guys over here, you're standing in a line of energy. You don't realize it probably, but it does stem from the center of this vortex, comes right through here. And here's the cool thing about this weight. If you pull the weight out this way, all right, it's pretty easy. It's about 3 pounds of pull pressure just to pull it out this way, all right? But here's the thing. Remember Newton's law, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, which means that if I pull it, it should be the same amount of weight, right? It's not. We've measured it out. It's about 6 pounds. You pull it out this way, and you can see that the chain starts to bend. So you can't, not only can you physically feel the difference with this weight, watch what happens when I just take a little step back here. You'll actually, when I let it go, you'll see it bounce right off of this electromagnetic energy wall here. Right there. You can see it. It's really crazy. So, right? Well, that's really cool. So, I've been riding this bad boy for a couple of years now. Kind of get sick of me here.
Oh shit,
So,
almost
see if
dead.
the fan can shine. But here in the House of Mystery, it's not too difficult for us to get these rooms to kind of stand up on their ends here. Let's see. There we go. So we kind of found a little space right here. We got this fan going. It's making a little more difficult. Alright, but you should definitely try this for yourself. See how long you can get this guy to stand up. He's kind of a little crooked, right? But why not? We're standing crooked too in the house. So watch what happens. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and you'll see it just swings right back to plumb there. You guys should definitely try that for yourselves. Alright, do you have your marble with you?
And Dad has it.
Oh, go get it from Dad. You let Dad hold your marbles. Oh yeah, she was like, not me. Alright, grab your marble. Alright, go make your way back down here. Alright, so this is your ticket to get into the rest of the vortex, guys. So she's going to demonstrate this for me. Your marble is your ticket, so go ahead and place your marble right on the bottom of this yellow track here, and you can let it go. And just remember in the House of Mystery, up is down, down is up. Your sentence will tell you one thing, but it might be something completely different. Okay, guys, like I said earlier, I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 minutes to play around. Go on the climb up, get stuck in the timeout chair, climb up the ladder, take lots and lots of pictures.
Careful, Tess. Careful. Don't do.
Alright, there was a small malfunction, so now we're going back to the rest of the tour. We're good though. Did miss somewhat what she was saying, but you know, it is what it is.
And it is the strongest vortex, okay? So, with that being said, some of you guys are still standing in that area. You might still feel a little off, or it will still feel a little funny. So, here's the thing is, we have 3 vortexes. So you see Joe's got his group of people right over there on that side. That's our 3rd vortex. That one is 108 feet in diameter, okay? And then we have the one here in the center. And this one is 216 feet in diameter, and it starts right in the rose quartz center right there in the middle of that labyrinth. And here's the cool thing about this one over here. The labyrinth vortex is actually very calm. So it's quite opposite. Our smallest one is our more intense vortex, and this one is our largest one, but it has a much calmer energy. So after the tour, if you're so inclined and you want to give yourself a little bit of a mental break, you can actually come in here, step on the first stone, and you want to make your way. You can just follow the stones all the way around, and then you just want to make your way to the center course without any thoughts, all right? And that's the hardest part of all. So here's the thing is, once you get in there and you start feeling thoughts creep in, and a good way to avoid thinking is just to focus on your breathing when you're there. But if you notice thoughts starting to creep in, you can just stop, let them go, and then keep traveling your journey all the way to the center, okay? If there's more than one person in there, just give each other about 12 feet of space, just in case someone has more thoughts than the other, okay? Alright, so, like I said, guys, we have 3 vortexes on this property, as shown on this little map right here. The smallest one right here is the house. The big one in the center is one right behind me. And then we have this one off about 19 degrees. Here's the cool thing about the way that these natural vortexes appear on our property. You see these pyramids in Egypt? They show the exact same formation, right? So you see this nice straight line through these two, and then we have the smallest one off by 19 degrees, all right? That's important. Not only is it about 19 degrees, it's equidistant. So here's the cool thing is when we look at Orion's belt, in the constellation Orion, in this belt there are 3 stars. 2 of those stars make a straight line. That 3rd star is off by 19 degrees. Right? And here, we have 5 vortexes on the western side of the states that are privately owned. And so the ones along the coast here, you'll notice, and they're actually pictured here as well, these entries follow that same exact pattern that we see in our natural occurring vortexes here at the Great Pyramids as the constellations. It's all very synchronous. And we don't know why it is because we haven't made those connections, but there are connections there, and we find them very interesting. If you're a numbers person, you might be fascinated by this 216 mystery. We see it 216 a lot in reference to vortexes specifically. So if you're into numbers and you like the thought of repeated numbers and how they repeat in nature, you should definitely come check this out. All right? All of our vortexes are patterned after the Fibonacci spiral. We see the Fibonacci spiral in every single one of our vortexes. So if you don't know about Fibonacci, he was a 12th century Italian mathematician, okay? He came up with this infinite number sequence that helps us to understand how nature creates order out of chaos, okay? So we see the Fibonacci all over the place in nature. In North America, we have over 1,400 plants and seeds that show the Fibonacci spiral. If you look at a pine cone at the bottom of a pine cone, you'll see it. If you look at a great sunflower, start in the center, watch how those seeds move around. They actually show that Fibonacci spiral. We see it in snail shells. But we also, even in our own inner ears, our cochlear is one of our little tiny bones in our inner ear, also shows the Fibonacci spiral. So all over nature, and including ourselves, which is pretty crazy. Alright, I told you guys to get lots of pictures inside the house. We always get lots of really crazy looking pictures, alright? So I'm going to talk to you about some of these. All these displayed are pictures that Chris took. None of these were taken by guides here. So you see all these people here in this picture. They're all nice and focused, but that's not what's happening in this picture. What's happening in this picture, you see every single light particle, or photon if you will, is being pulled up. It doesn't matter where the light is coming from, what angle it's coming in at. These all getting pulled up into this wave pattern here, all right? And this is an anomaly because we could not replicate this in a laboratory setting, all right? This is crazy. We don't normally see stuff like this, especially when it comes to focus. So, also, here's another one that is a good representation of that. We do get orbs on pictures, so be on the lookout for that as you guys take pictures throughout the whole rest of this tour, okay? And then this guy, he's hanging out on the ladder. He's missing the bottom half of of his body. It's just gone. All right, and here's the cool thing. This picture also, you see these people, they're standing on the concrete platform down on that spot. They're missing the top halves of their bodies, and the whole picture is toppled over on the side on the top here. Here's the really cool thing about this photo. This is a single snapshot photograph taken by a lady who was standing at the equidistance point, and this little girl who's standing in front of her has her back to the camera. She's also pictured here, totally different angles, side angle and front. All right, cameras are not supposed to pick up. It would be much like me in front of you taking a picture, and then also, so on the picture having her showing on the front, but then also having her in a separate place in the picture showing her totally different side. It's just not physically possible unless your cameras are picking up things that we cannot see with our eyes, okay? So here's another great representation of that. Everyone in this picture is in focus. They're in the house. This guy's standing in the center trying to figure out which way it's moving around. Every person in this is in focus, but there's one little girl standing next to him, and she's in 1, 2, 3 different places through totally different angles. All right, again, this is not possible. So we're definitely picking up things that we cannot see with our naked eye, which is really what the crazy things that's happening here. So make sure, guys, before you leave today, look through your pictures and see if you have some great pictures. I had a lady a tour ago, and she took a picture of me standing in the house, and I was just missing one of my arms. It was gone. So it does happen. All right, guys, follow me over to the Alright, perfect. I got a spot for you right there on the redstone, and then I got a spot for you over on the yellow zone, right? Your guys' job out here is just to pick a person, and you're going to keep your eye on that person. You're going to track that person as they go around here, right? So your guys' job in here is to look at the person I placed you the opposite of, and you're going to find a point of reference that's eye level for you. Now, once you have found your eye level point of reference, we're going to all take a step to the stone on the right. And so I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to do that. And then I want you to recheck in your point of references, okay? All right, here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Let's make it your way all around here. And you're going to notice some of you guys are looking a little shorter, some of you guys are looking a little taller. Depending on where you're standing, you guys keep your eye on these guys. Let's go again, guys. One more time around here. And we're really starting to lose her back here. You're looking a little shorter at every step. You're looking a little shorter too over there. I think you're starting to make a little bit of a comeback right over here. You're taller than me now. Yeah. Keep going, guys. Here we go. And you're really going to notice a difference here. He's making a comeback over here in Jay's spot. He's looking a little bit shorter. She's very short back here. She's so small you can just put her in your pocket, all right, at this point. So, let's keep going, guys. All right, you guys are keeping your eye on me, guys. You're seeing all of the trees and growing that's happening here. We're going to do you back here in this spot. Go around one more time around here for me, guys. Yep, and then he's looking nice and tall over here in this spot, right? He's looking a lot shorter over there in that spot. All right. Oh, just wait, it gets better. We'll go one more time around, guys.
It's going to be amazing if I catch a Bigfoot in the background of this video.
Now you guys saw from every single point where your point of reference changed. You guys out here saw how, if you track that one person, how they were shrinking and growing in just the spots where they were at. Let's give you guys a nice round of applause. Give yourselves a nice round of applause. Yay, me. I'm very proud of you guys. You did all of it. Yay, me, I shrunk. All right. So, let's see. I'm gonna pull. So I'm gonna borrow you real quick. You're gonna help me out. You're gonna be in the center, okay? I'm gonna put you in the center, and I'm gonna borrow you also. Have you come over here, and I'm gonna put you right over here on this stone, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. All right, you in the center. You're not gonna shrink or you're not gonna grow. You're my observer, okay? You're just gonna be an observer for me. Now you, on the other hand, are into a tree. All right, let's see how brave this guy is. No, I'm just joking about her. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to have you move around from one stone to the next, and you are just going to pivot around and check in with him at every stone. All right, so we're just, since he's a little bit taller than you, you can find a point of reference on him that's about eye level, and that probably see right where that's at. All right, you guys, we're gonna keep our eye on him. Go ahead and let's get started. We're gonna stop. We're gonna take a quick stop here. We're gonna check him. All right, maybe we're seeing something, maybe not. All right, let's keep going. Go over to the yellow one here, and we'll stop and we'll recheck in here.
No way.
We might start seeing a difference right around here. All right, keep going.
Oh.
That's
all right,
awesome.
They're looking about the same height just from where I'm standing. I don't know about you guys. Keep going. You notice he's shrinking as he keeps moving around these. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the redstone. And right around here, you'll see him starting to make a little bit of a comeback. I don't know. All right, you can make your way back to your last stone here. Now, you in the center, you were my observer. So you got to observe 360 degrees how this guy was shrinking at certain parts of here and kind of where he grew back up, right? All right. You probably saw it too when you were checking back in with him. Let's give these guys a nice round of applause. You guys are
But all this is level.
This is 100% level. So after the tour, if you want to, you can grab that yellow level, bring it out here and do some science. All right.
What I was thinking is, say he got off right here. Would he stay that short?
Yeah, right?
All right, buddy. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you stand on this redstone over here. And I'm going to stand on this orange stone. How tall are you? Okay, so I'm a few inches taller than him on a regular basis, right? So face me, and you look taller than me from where I'm standing. All right, he's probably look about the same height to you guys as I am standing over here in this spot, right? So let's go ahead and just switch just in these two spots right here. I'm a lot taller, guys, when I stand over here in this spot. You really shrunk down over there in that spot. In fact, I'm my normal height over here. We shrunk him down over here. And don't worry, we don't charge extra to keep you that way. So you can go ahead and hop off here for me. Let's give him a nice round of applause. There's about 9 different places on this property, you guys, where we see shrinking and growing happening. But we're going to go do something else for just a little bit. So
Sorry.
I probably got him like.
Sounds, you want to try it?
Hey, do you think? No way.
Oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, look at that. Some of these trees are extremely curved. Oh yeah, see, look at that one. That one's really curved.
Come on in, guys. We've got lots of room. We've got some room right over here in this spot, too. All right, make your way over here, guys. Come on in. I'm going to invite you all the way in. So, this is a metaphysical tour. That means we like to talk a lot about energy. Right? So we talk a lot about the vortex's energy here, but not only the vortex, but we talk about our own energy. Here's the thing. We are carbon atom beings, which means that we have energy, we give off energy, and we receive energy, all right? So our energy, this is an electromagnetic packet of energy that we carry around with us all the time, and it doesn't just stop where our skin is. In fact, this energy emanates from our center and moves outward anywhere from 1 to 3 feet. A lot of people call this energy their aura, and some people can see auras, not very often, it's very rare. But auras do come in all different colors of the rainbow, and some people's auras change on a daily basis, and some people's don't change ever. But here's the cool thing. This electromagnetic energy packet that you carry around with you, you can actually play around with it without even, and use it as a 6th sense, which we only have 5, right? But this extra sense is something that helps us to interact with the space around us. So we're going to do a couple exercises in here and play around with our own little energy. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our feet about hip width apart here. All right, so give each other a little bit of space. All right, and then you're going to choose a hand you don't want to lose and put it up in the air. I'm just joking. You guys are not going to lose a hand, right? But we're going to go ahead and do nice big starfish fingers, okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to nice and slowly drop our hands until they meet somewhere between our toes or somewhere between our feet. And what you're going to do is you're going to focus on the ground between your fingers. That's the important part, okay? So you're going to notice your fingers are looking a little fuzzy and out of focus. That's perfectly normal. Now what I want you to do is, while you continue to focus on the ground between your fingers, go ahead and start moving your fingers, moving your hand around in this nice little circular motion. All right, you're going to start making observations here. You might observe that there's some white mist. Some of you guys might observe some streaking happening from your fingertips, all right? Some of you guys might even see color, and that's pretty cool if you see color. All right, so some of you guys at this point might have noticed or might start noticing as you're doing this that you're losing and gaining fingers, all right? Raise your hand if you're gaining fingers. Anyone gaining fingers here? We have 1 person, 2, 3, 4 people gaining fingers.
I lost my pinky for a second.
So he lost a finger, you lost a finger, anyone else lost a finger over here. All right, so this is just what we do in this area, in this electromagnetic energy field. This is just cloaking, guys. And you guys don't have to be in this spot for this to happen, but it is pretty cool. So just make sure if you have an extra finger, you give one to the person who lost theirs. That way they can go home with all the fingers they came with. All right, so that's just one little exercise that we did. Now, we're going to try something else. And in order to do this, we're going to need to be quiet observers for this next part, okay? So we're going to get grounded. By getting grounded, I mean we're going to rub our hands together like this. So some of you guys are notorious for shocking other people, like in your feety pajamas when you were little. All right, I was the worst. I had sisters, and I'm a science person. So I found out that if you turn the lights off, you can see the shock. It's way fun. So
Too bad we're not at night.
I was a really mean sister. All right, so we're gonna, now that we're nice and grounded, we're gonna just push our hands together for a minute, and we're gonna take a nice quiet observation here. All right, so as we do this, I'm gonna ask you guys to start very, very slowly, just pulling your hands apart, maybe an inch, maybe up to 3 inches, all right? As you do this, observe the feeling you have between your hands, that tingling sensation, okay? That is important, that feeling that you have between your hands as you do this. All right, so as you continue to pull them apart and observe, all right, once you get them to be about, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches apart, you can physically feel this happening between your hands. You can physically feel the tingling that happens between your hands. You can feel it even more when you try to push your hands back together as slowly as you pull them apart, and you might notice there's like a ball of energy between your hands. It's keep it a little harder to push them back together. You might notice a string happening of energy between your hands here. All right, some of you guys might not notice anything at all, but you got to be really nice, quiet observers, okay? So as you do this, this is just your own electromagnetic energy area that you're playing around with here, all right? So now that we have some of our baseline observations, all right, remember what I said, our auras move anywhere from 1 to 3 feet away from us, which means that if I come stand next to her, all right, we're sharing each other's energy space. We're sharing each other's aura. And sometimes it's really uncomfortable when a stranger just comes and stands next to you, right? Because you're not used to that person's aura. Sometimes if someone stands really close to you that you don't know and you get a really negative feeling, that's just your aura interacting with their aura. In fact, it is a sixth sense that we don't use enough. So we're going to practice this even more. So I'm going to have you help me out and put your hand out just like this for me. Now, without even touching her, using these baseline observations, I'm going to put my hand over her hand, all right? And as we do this, we're just going to take note. I can tingling in the center of my palm almost immediately, all right? And if I move my hand over yours, now it's moved up into my wrist here. So you can kind of move it around. You can kind of feel that tingling feeling in your hand. So watch what happens. We're going to just switch, all right? So you're going to feel there's a totally different sensation, all right? So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find someone you came along with, all right, and see if you can physically feel these people's energy auras, okay? And again, remember that baseline tingling that you felt, all right? And if you don't feel anything, switch. See if you feel it when you switch. All right, you gotta be. You're saying no already, but you're not taking the time to quietly observe. All right. And again, every single person has a different aura, you guys. So you might not connect with one person as you do another person.
I felt it whenever I was on the top and on the phone.
Huh. Got a question. Anything like ever show up in videos? I know you mentioned pictures, but just curious.
I'm sure that there has been.
Okay.
I'm sure. I mean, I know tons of people take videos when they're out here at certain points. So.
Well, I'm gonna have to look back over it. It might have been the glare of your glasses, but when you were walking back this way, doing this whole motion, I seen like a glowing light or something there, but it totally could have been the
That's pretty crazy.
glare off your glasses.
Like I said, we're carbon atom beings. We're made up of the same stuff as everything else that's living on our planet is made up of. So if it's living on this planet, it's carbon atom. So that means that anything that has a carbon atom is an energy being. It gives off energy and it emanates from its center. So we're going to play around here for a little bit with some of these trees. These are carbon atom beings, and they live in unison with us. They give us oxygen, we give them carbon dioxide. We have a relationship with these trees that you don't even realize or think about on a daily basis. So we're just going to get in touch. Remember those baseline observations, that tingling feeling in your hand. Without touching these trees, you might be able to make a connection, right? And you can kind of feel up and down and see if you get an increased sense of tingling that happens with your hands here. Now, some of you might be surprised to notice that this is a stronger sense than it was when you were next to a person trying to feel their aura. You might actually connect with these trees. So find a tree, guys. Let's do some of this science over here and see where we are finding
tree hugging
connections with these. Yeah. All right, you guys. Now don't go back to your hotel rooms and do this. They might kick you out. These people from Michigan are feeling our trees again.
they have foreigners keep feeling our trees. No, I'm joking.
So if you walk around this way, come around this way, feel like if you put your hand under here. Yeah. Oh, you're like scary. I felt it. This one actually has a pretty cool aura. All right, guys. So again, this is just something that we don't usually think about, right? That all these carbon atom beings having a life of their own. We're gonna go ahead and do one last
Feels like a tree,
demonstration
dude.
in here, and I'm gonna need all of your guys' assistance. You guys are all gonna be in this demonstration with me if you want to. You don't have to. All right, but we're gonna close this circle up a little bit, guys. We need to have a kumbaya moment where we can all hold hands. So let's get in here. Stand next to someone. All right. And you guys are gonna help me out. You're cool just standing right in the center. You can be the duck goose. You can be the goose in the middle, all right?
Cool.
All right, guys. So how this works is I got a little tool in my hand here. Y'all can see it. This tool will only light up once it has a pure energy circuit. Okay, we cannot have a circuit unless we hold hands. All right, so we have to hold hands and close the circuit. So all right, buddy, you're gonna help me. You're gonna hold on to the end of this stick for me, just like that. We're gonna just, yep, we could just do 2 fingers if you're not family. Hands, hold hands with family here. And once you guys close that connection on that side, you two, yep, you see it go up. Whoa. All right, so stay connected. Nope, I want you to all stay connected, okay? While I do this, it's important that we're gonna stay connected because I'm gonna show you guys, it doesn't matter where we're at in the circle. If you break the connection, our energy is gonna be gone. So go ahead and tap a tune on my hand over here. Okay, and then let's stay connected over here. And then you guys over there break the connection. You two, yep. Now you can tap a tune on his hand over there. Alright, so this does go to show, guys, that we are all connected. And when we are next to each other, our energy does flow from one person to the next. Also, you can get these in the gift shop for $10. All right.
Yes.
Great marketing.
That'd be a great party trick. I want to be connected.
Wait, let go of my hand. Wait, it's not working. I got it.
Places on this property where we see these electromagnetic anomalies happening. In this space right here, we found an electromagnetic energy sine wave, and we found that you can ride the sine wave up and down all day long. It's the only place in the vortex where you can physically see somebody shrink or grow right in front of your eyes. And I'm going to demonstrate this for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on this red stone right in front of this pole. So make sure that you're situated in a position that you can see the top of this pole, okay? If you can't, you can just move to any other space to see where you can find that, okay? So when I stand on this red stone, from where you're standing, your job is to find a point of reference on that pole that fits the top of my head as close as possible, okay? So it might be the green line, it might be a blue dot, I'm not sure, from wherever you're standing, okay? So it takes anywhere, sometimes it happens right away, sometimes it only takes about 30 seconds. But when you start to see me shrink, you need to tell me, okay? That's your job. If you see me grow, you need to tell me, that's your job, okay? So I'm gonna come stand over here and we're gonna get this party started. So once I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna lock my knee so you know I'm not going anywhere. Find that point of reference right at the top of my head here. And we're just gonna wait patiently. You guys have a job, is to tell me if I'm shrinking or if I'm growing.
No, is it just me or does she look like she got a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought, a little bit taller.
You're growing. Yep, I'm getting taller.
Thought so.
So keep your eye on me. Keep your eye on me. Eventually you'll see me ride this wave back down.
I'm riding the wave.
So I'm going to top out here.
Looks small.
I feel like I still go.
Yeah, I feel like the wave is just riding right now.
Yep, so I probably topped out here. And if I stand on here long enough, you'll see me start making my way back down. Now, there's nothing crazy happening there, guys. My knees are locked. It's impossible for me to stretch my back 3 inches, guys, to make it go up that high. So, after the tour, have one of your buddies step on there, stand over here, take a film, and see what you find out. Only a certain percentage of people can ride this wave at any given time, and that's because of the wave particle theory, which we're going to learn about here in this next spot. So follow me this way, guys.
The wave particle theory.
You guys are perfect sitting. You guys sit right where you're at, all right? All right. I am going to kick you out of here, though, for real quick. Okay, bye.
Back.
All right. All right, come on in, guys. I'm going to have you guys just kind of make your way all around here. We're going to fill up this whole space all around here, if you don't mind. All right. Perfect.
Wow.
Right there. Awesome job. All right, you guys. So this is our third and final vortex here. This one's 108 feet in diameter. And actually, you can see here, this is where the center's at. See, look on the ground, you see this yellow line? This is where we've measured this electromagnetic energy field to be. And you'll see, it does follow this Fibonacci spiral. And in fact, it goes all the way around here and it goes all the way through the hexagon spot, guys. So it's a pretty big vortex over here. And so why are we shrinking and growing here? Well, there are a lot of theories about that, like I said earlier. But way back early in the 19th century, in the early 20th century, early 1900s, there were two physicists who wanted to know what happens to carbon atoms when they get exposed to large amounts of electromagnetic energy. So they found that atoms behave one of two ways, okay? The first way is that your atoms behave like a particle. They're not going to move. They're going to act like a solid. You're not going to shrink or you're not going to grow if you step into that electromagnetic energy field. The other way they discovered your atoms behave when you get exposed to these electromagnetic energy waves is that your atoms behave like the wave that they're being exposed to. They manipulate themselves in a way where we can see this on a macro level when we're talking about quantum physics. And so you're either a particle or a wave at any given time throughout the day. You're not always going to be one or the other, right? It changes throughout the day. So how do we find out if we're a particle or a wave? Well, I'm going to show you a demonstration right here, okay guys? So sometimes I'm a particle, sometimes I'm a wave. If I'm a particle, it's not very impressive. Remember, I'm not trying to pull one over on you guys. So if I'm a particle, I'll probably be pulling one of you guys out here to try this and keep somebody out here as a wave. So let's just see what happens. I'm going to put my foot up against this pole. So note how I do this. So when you guys come up and try this for yourselves, you'll know how to do it. So I'm going to start on my left foot and I'm going to stop on my left foot. So I'm going to pop my knee out here. So I'm going to make sure I'm standing nice and straight. And I'm going to put this button, this Velcro button, about eye level. Does that seem about eye level to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So watch. As I make my way all the way around this, if I'm shrinking or growing, you're going to see that when I make my landing here, all right?
You got shorter.
Wave. And if not, I'm a particle. So you're going to see.
Nope, same.
I am a particle, all right? So it happens, like I said, I'm not trying to pull one over on you guys. So I'm going to actually pull you. Come on over. You're going to help me out with this. All right, I'm gonna have you put your foot all the way up against that pole there, and I'm gonna have you adjust that button to be about eye level for you, all right? Somebody out here is bound to be a wave. All right, go ahead and make your way around the pole. You don't have to, but it's more fun.
You know, I have to agree. Can't.
Yep, and stand up nice and straight here, and you're gonna notice he's taller probably than he was when he came around the first time. You're actually, if you put your face up to that button here, it's almost a little bit taller here.
A little bit.
All right. Well, let's see. Make your way back around the other side of the pole. We'll see if there's a noted difference here. I think you grew when you came around this side of the pole.
I think I did. My nose was closer.
Yeah,
Thought my nose was closer.
yeah, so you're a little bit in a wave formation, guys. A lot of times we can see this. You can see either like a 1 or 2 inch difference here. Thank you very much. Let's give them a nice round of applause. All right, so guys, you should find out for yourself if you guys are particles or waves. But before I let you go, there's a couple cool places on the property you can hang out. So we got these guys hanging out in the center over here of that little whirlpool. Actually, that's a whirlpool of energy that spins off of this vortex, and it spins in the opposite direction. It's said to be very healing, okay? So if you've got bad knees, you've got a bad back, that's a great place to heal. You can actually take your shoes off and just get really nitty-gritty with it, all right? 10, 15 minutes there, you're gonna feel a lot better. And if you guys walk over that way, you'll see 2 white poles sticking out of the ground. And you can take someone over there that you like to argue with, okay? There's a yellow stone like the one I'm standing on. And you guys make the determination of which pole is taller than the other one, okay? Once you guys are done having your family fight about it, you can grab the measuring stick and measure both sides. You might be surprised to find out. We also
Find out
have a
exactly the
golden
same
door,
size.
guys. Up on the right side of the house, there's a golden door you might notice. We put a golden door in the middle of nowhere because we thought, how often do we get an opportunity in life to look through a golden door? There's something on the other side of that door that we here at the Vortex believe that we need more of. So when you get over there, grab something in your pocket, take it home, spread it around. Just remember when you come back through the door to close it so you don't let all the mosquitoes back in, okay? All right, guys. I hope you guys had a good time. You can go and go. Oh, wait, before I let you guys go, though, if it's after 5 o'clock, which I believe it's going to be soon, you guys are going to make your way out of this side gate and just make your way to the parking lot around the building, okay? Because it's going to be locked in there, okay? All right, take care, guys. Have fun. Thanks for coming around. All right.
Mind if I snap a couple pictures inside there before I go?
You can, yeah. You can.
Cool.
So you're welcome to kind of just hang out.
Okay.
So.
Well, my grandmother's waiting on me, so I am gonna probably snap a couple and then.
Well, that was nice of her.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that was kind of cool.
Grandmas are best.
Oh hell yeah.
Let's not really start with this, right? And we'll still get closer.
All right, that is the Vortex house in Columbia Heights, Montana. I'm gonna snap a couple pictures inside the house itself. Who knows, maybe I'll get like some orbs or something in there. That'd be kind of cool. I won't lie, there's definitely a feeling you get around here. It's definitely something. It's definitely odd. Well, didn't even see this wizard standing here. Ooh, so hard to walk in this place. Well, if you like different videos like this is pretty much the kind of stuff that I'm going to be making, more or less. Different videos of this nature. So if you like it, I will eventually get better at making these videos. I'm brand new at this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, just like any videos I have if you like them. Subscribe. That would kind of help me out a lot.